Good day, crew. Interesting day today. So, what's going on? What's happening? And what happened yesterday and today? Also, I'm going to update the stream information real quick here, just while I got a second. So we're not doing Razorback stuff today. So today is Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines. There we go. Now we're up to date. I meant to have that title correctly put, but got a little ahead of myself today. I get excited to start working, and you know how it is. So, what's happening? What's going on? What's with all the new stuff here? And what are we doing? Yesterday, we finished up our Nexus Chaotica and our Razorback for the Black Templar Razorback. The full mod kits are done, and they're all painted and highlighted. I'm just working on the 360 videos right now. I've got them recorded. I just need to edit them and upload them. I could upload them to a few spots. I tried to use CapCut yesterday, but it's not, well, the way that I want to use it. We also start working on our Chaos Space Marines. So we have our Chaos Space Marine General here, and I've got just a Zenithal on him. I covered him Chaos Black, and then I coated him Grey Seer. There's still a little bit of speckling from that, but we'll worry about that a little bit later. We can always smooth that out. It's not a big deal. Hey, Simple Dots, welcome back to the stream. Just talk about what we're doing today and what we did yesterday. So yesterday, like I said, we got through that, and we did a pretty good job there. There's still a little bit of markings on here from where the cut marks were, but not much I can do about that. We got a little paint in there just to cover up some of these seam holes, but worry about that a little bit later. But we have them primed. That's the main thing. We're not doing really very much painting today. Instead, we're doing clipping and cutting and gluing, because it's more sensible to get through these, and then we'll paint them kind of as a lot later on. Unless we get bored. If we get bored, or if we get frustrated, or if we have some problems, we'll switch over to doing some painting just to get things in momentum. Yesterday I said make some notes, and I didn't really make a lot of notes, just some mental notes. Things I wanted to pay attention to today when we're looking at these, and things that I thought would be a good idea to put some presence on. So for example, we're still talking about some of these guys over here. So we know we can make two, because that's where the X2 comes from. So we know we're allowed to make one of these guys and one of these guys. That's where the X1 for each comes from. Now we could do a variant for 5, or a variant for 4. Sorry, and a variant for 4. So, or sorry, it's a variant for 4, which is these two, and a variant for 5, which is these 3. I got a marker here. Just gonna put a line around that, just so I know. And yeah, I'm sort of writing in the book, which is almost unspoken of, but for me it's easier to keep track of. So we have an aspiring champion with legionary chaos icon. So we can do the aspiring champion, or the aspiring champion with legionary chaos icon. And we also have another aspiring champion that we can do aspiring champion and legionary. So those are our choices. And like I said, we could 4A, B, and we do less than or equal to 1. That less than or equal to 1 means you can have one of them. And probably no more. You could have none, but we're going to put one because it's an aspiring champion. which means it's good for a unit. I sort of like the chainsword here, but I also like the fist. If I'm doing the fist, I might do the fist and put some claws on it, kit bash some claws. So I kind of like this guy, but I also like this trophy rack. I don't know if I can kit bash both of them. So we could do either one or the others. Might have to land on just one. Now for these choices up here, the guns stay the same. The helmet kind of changes. And this guy has a sword and this guy's an axe. I sort of like this guy. I think I like that one the most. And when it comes to doing some of these other ones here, I'm not sure if I care for the... Yeah, I'm torn because I like the trophy rack. And I sort of like the claw. I could always kit bash it on top. I don't think that trophy rack comes up again. I didn't really look too far into it. I don't see it used elsewhere here. So we might be okay. I'll tell you what, we'll leave the trophy rack for the very end. And we'll build it like this. And then when we get to the end of the booklet, if there's a trophy rack left over and we haven't used it, I'll kit bash it onto this. I don't see why I can't. I'm sure there's a logical reason why I'm not allowed to have a trophy rack. Something along the lines of, it gives you a bonus or a buff. I'm not that worried about it. So, first things first is we're going to do 4A to B. So it's all of this to this. And then move on to 5A to B. I just think they're the best looking sculpts. You can kit bash and give the trophy to it. It should be universal. That's what I'm thinking. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad you agree, because I hate to get it to the game store and bring it out and someone say, you can't have that. Because I'm sure someone would. I'm just kidding. The local game store is pretty good. I just get really caught up in the details on these. Because sometimes I don't know what I can and cannot have, and I sort of really struggle with details because I want things to look exactly like they're supposed to. I'm afraid of getting it wrong. And being non-codex compliant. So, I really want this to be right. That said, it's only guidance. That's fair. You know, that's fair. I hadn't thought of it that way. I did think of this as written in stone, this was the way, but you've got a point. If it's only guidance, you know, that's a good point. I just want to extrapolate on that a little bit, like open up on that, because that is a really good point. I normally tell people it really doesn't matter what it looks like, as long as you, like for weapons, as long as you say on the battlefield, like, this is what they have, X, Y, Z, you know, this is what they've got. Remember, Codex Astartes doesn't apply to Chaos Marines. That's fair. You know, that's really fair. Okay, all right. I'm gonna roll with that. I'm gonna use that. If anyone says anything to me at the game store, I'll say, you know, it's Chaos Space Marine. They'll say so, and I'll say, so the Codex Astartes doesn't apply here. I like that. I'm gonna use that. Thank you. Oh gosh. Alright, I know I need two 32mm bases. So I'm gonna grab two of them just while I get a chance here. I'll just set these off to the side. I think that's why I started playing, or not playing, but why I started building Black Templars, because I was looking at the regular Ultramarines early on, and I wanted to build them, but I said there's just too many rules, too many things that have to be done specifically, and I didn't care for it, and I found out that Black Templar can just be on any planet, and there's no chapter numbers, and I went, that sounds like a nice easy out. Oh gosh, this is when we have to start finding numbers. So we're looking for B104 and B105. Those are our first two numbers. This could be a hot minute. I'm just quickly scanning these to see if there's anything that has like 100 on it. Which there might not be. Actually, this one I'm just gonna... There. Okay. 104, 105. Nope, nothing here. So nothing here. Also, how's work going for you today, Simple Dots? Oh, here we go. 100s. 143, 136. I don't see 104 in here. Of course, we're looking for legs. So because I'm looking for legs. Oh, hopefully I had it right set up. Nothing here yet. It's going pretty good. Overall today was a good day. But 1 to 2 hours ago, so much work piled up and now my head is splitting. Oof. That's rough, dude. I know that when you're going at it pretty good and things are nice and smooth and you've got like your third or fourth cup of coffee in there today and all of a sudden tickets, just tons and tons of tickets and they want them all done immediately. There's 104. It always drove me mad when tickets would show up out of the blue. It was always do now. You know, we've got this new thing we're selling to a client and we need you to build it, but then there's no requirements on it. 104. Need 105. 105 looks like right there. Could be dehydrated also, that's why head is bursting. You could bottle of water in my desk. Yes. That's why I keep my gamer stuff handy. It's just because I always need water. I used to drink a lot of Red Bull. I would drink 2 or 3 Red Bulls a day when I was working in IT. And I love the flavor of it. You know, I love the energy it gives me. But then by like midpoint in the day, I'm just a mess because I'm just so dehydrated. So I started drinking water at my desk. And that changed it up a lot. Just clean up some sprue lines here. I'm just using the back side of my scalpel. Front side to get started, back side just to even it out. How's your day going so far? Pretty good. I had the luxury of waking up about an hour and a half ago. Did some stretches, got some breakfast. We finally got an oil refill, so the heat's back on for the most part. Partially why I slept in so late is because we didn't have any. They missed our oil delivery by like 2 days, so I was just trying to stay warm as long as I could. I was actually afraid I wouldn't be able to do the stream because I thought maybe like my water was gonna freeze. So I was worried, but thankfully they just came just in time and I was able to turn the heat back up. I had it down to like 8 degrees Celsius. So it was getting pretty cold. But things are much better now. Now we get the heat on back again, up to 23 degrees Celsius. I got my hoodie on. I got my water. Things are good. And I got the stream, so things are extra good. Now, how does this leg attach? Oh, it attaches that way. Okay, I gotcha. I find these Chaos Space Marines really interesting, man, because they've got like, there's still people beneath it, but they're like warped. So still, Space Marines at the end of the day, they're just like, it's just like almost like hell for Space Marines. It's cold in here. Finally we'll be over -5 degrees and over 0. Nice! The temperature last night went down to -14. So I was, you know, not having heat and being at -14 is absolutely terrifying. So we snuggled up for warmth and just stayed warm because, I mean, what else could we do? I'm re-looking at these because I keep having to be careful on what is a sprue line here and what isn't. And I see like there's this line here, which is not a sprue line. But then there's this one over here, which is a sprue line. Just hard to see. Yeah, so clean that up. That's cold in here finally, yeah. -14 is no joke, man. -5 is really freaking cold too. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use my tool here. I have a tool for cleaning up sprue lines. And this is a God Hand variant. And what makes it important is that it's got this curve in here. And just that it's an elongated handle. That's the only thing that makes it a God Hand. Though the default tool you can get with Games Workshop stuff is curved as well, and that one's just as good. Just clean up his knee. I have such bad luck since I had to give my car to mechanic again since the oil was spilling. Ooh. And there were such colds that when it was at the mechanic, the container of wiper fluid cracked and spilled. So oh my god. That sucks, dude. We're lucky here in Canada that when you buy wiper fluid, it's rated for like -40 degrees Celsius. Your luck, yeah. Trust me, I know exactly how you feel. Every time you turn around, something else needs attention. Something else is broken. Something else is, you know, requires additional money. It's like my house. Part of my house is leaning because it's over 100 years old, right? So, we haven't yet fixed it because it's like a $30,000 job. And we just can't come to terms with it right now. But it is on our plate to fix. But during the winter here, my parents' pipes froze, so we had to thaw them out. But got the package with brushes, so at least that's a good thing. Yes. A lot of people don't understand the importance of a good winter brush for your car. It's so useful. Ours has a scraper on one side and ice chipper on the other, as well as the brush itself. And you can extend it, so it's really good for like trying to get across the car. Right now I'm looking for 116, which I thought I had in front of me. There's some really cool sculpts in here, oh my god. If I could send you some Canadian wiper fluid, man, I would. But unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to. The liquid export on it would be insane. But believe me when I say it, the Canadian wiper fluid's really good because it won't freeze. Like, we've used it in the middle of, like, snowstorms. But there are parts of Canada that get down to like -30, -40, -50, just in the normal temperature ranges. Ah, there's 116. I think I can get this without clipping too much, but... One here is for like -20, -25 degrees Celsius only. More you need to buy like from specialty stores. Yeah. That makes sense. I could see the general being like -20, -25. Poland can be exceptionally cold. Canada can be very, very unforgivingly cold. But you do end up paying a lot for stuff here. Like, for example, ice melt. So ice melt, like you have regular road salt, but you can also buy this stuff called ice melt. And what we do is we put it on our driveways or put it on our sidewalks or whatever. And it's got like beetroot juice in it and some other things as well as salt. And the moment you apply it, it starts to melt the ice like immediately. It's blue for Alaskan stuff, but it begins to melt immediately. And it's rated for like -30, -40. And what's nice about it is it'll melt even while it's freezing. But you end up paying like 40 Canadian dollars for like just a bag of it. It's insane. I use it every year in like a shaker tub. It's super, super cool. The only downside though is it can be quite expensive. And because it's so good, it sells out very fast. I need 107. And, ooh, I need a couple parts here. I need either B91 or B11. B110 looks really cool. Or B83. I kind of like B110, I think. Might be hard to see on camera here. But this one has a little bayonet. And this one is sort of shaped. I wonder if I can find them. About 40 kilograms of little stones for grip. That is a really good idea too. The small gripstones are also a really good investment. Gravel, I think it might be called. You can buy just bags of gravel here, and sand. The other thing people like to use is kitty litter, like the cat litter. That stuff has a lot of grip in it too. It's mostly sand. $110, $91, $83. I have a dog, so no result salt or anything. It's melt for me. Yeah, that's the other thing too about ice melt is that if you have pets and animals, you can't, you shouldn't buy it because it's absolutely poisonous to them. Thankfully, we don't have any, so I'm able to use it in my driveway. Also, what type of dog do you have? And damages his paws too, also, yes. Well, that's the other thing too, is the ice melt will get caught in the paws, and then they try to lick it out, and it's unfortunate. Golden Retriever, oh, it's adorable, dude. My brother-in-law has a Golden Retriever, and I love Golden Retrievers. I love German Shepherds too. I love all dogs, really. But Golden Retrievers especially because they're just big, and they think they're small. They're one of the best dogs you can have because they love you unconditionally. Some dogs are a little smarter than others, but Golden Retrievers are fantastic. They're just so peaceful too. Sometimes they can be chaotic, but they're so loving. Goofy is right. Spud is his name, and every time Spud gets excited, he starts wagging his tail as hard as he can. And my brother-in-law has 3 children, right? So Spud will be walking around wagging his tail, and he'll just start banging it off of like furniture. He'll bang it into the kids, and he doesn't know, and it doesn't hurt the kids, and they think it's funny. But just that boom, 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 back and forth. He's just excited. He loves people. I'm trying to find one of these guns, and I don't. This is the other part about making these minis that always drives me crazy, is trying to find all the weapons. And they should be right in front of my face, which they are. Oh my gosh, they're right here. Okay, so we'll get some really cool sculpts here. I'm kind of digging the sculpt on the bottom, but the sculpt on the top looks really cool too. Yeah, I like the one on the bottom because it's got like the chain, it's got the spikes. Very, very heavy metal. I have a pin in front of me, but I'm going to take my scalpel here and just drill out this barrel while I have a chance. Can't wait for the release of the Iron Warriors range and those new mutilators. They look so good. Oh my god, the mutilators look so badass. I took a peek at them yesterday. So excited. I wonder how they'll play, because they're just big. No worries. cool. Put that there, and I'll grab my... Oh, if I can find it again. I've got a little spindle here. I also have these guys. I wonder if this is big enough. This might be too big. Oh, it's kind of the right size. These are my gone hand drill bits. They're flatheads. And they're like diamond sharp. And what they allow you to do, besides just cut a hole, is they flatten out the other end of the hole. So you get really nicely flat inside these little holes. So I'm just going to drill a little bit more. They don't need to be super deep. Just deep enough that you can't see, just so it looks dark. I'm gonna keep that one beside me here for now. Okay, look at that. Edge need B107. Which is just an arm. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. There it is, 107. I'll just make sure there's no sprue lines on this guy. Oh yeah, there's just one. I'll use this tool just to line up with the other. Around a corner. There's a little bit on the elbow here, so we'll just clean that up as well. Okay, now we just have to glue these two pieces together, which I think looks like that. Oh yeah. blow onto the glue just to move it around to the lower spots. That way it just finds its way around so it just holds better. I'm just going to drill a little bit of a pilot hole here. It's not necessary, but it just helps the glue have a place to sit when I glue the arm to it. Oops. Just make sure that this is facing upwards. There we go. And it wants me to glue this to the base immediately, which I will. I'm someone who likes to just glue right all the way to the back. Just so I can get the most amount of space out of my marine. And to have all the areas that I need to covered. Skip some of that off, that's good. I'll just do it this side too. The funny thing about glue is that the more areas you give for the glue to sit in, the more reliable the glue will sit. I could take this outside and yeah, you know what? I might prime it outside and then glue it attached to the base. We'll do that. We'll put it on something to hold it, and we'll cut it off later and attach it down. So we'll finish putting this mini together first. B117 is a nice head. We'll do that last. Next is B108, and then I can choose whether I want him to have a chainsword or the axe or whatever the case here. I'm gonna go with the axe. So that's B109, and it's axe shaped. So it shouldn't be too hard to find. Nothing really there. I think this is it. B109, there we go. And this axe looks extremely familiar. It almost looks like the one that they use in Slaves to Darkness. I wonder if they just reused a lot of the sculpt. Oh, that doesn't want to cut. Okay, we're gonna use our knife. Back out of Avenger. Nice! Good plan. I got my gamer subs, so I'm right there with you. Actually, it's a good time for me to drink it. Gamer subs. Oh, I love vitamins. Just cutting up the axe here, just a little bit. I was saying that these axes are kind of funny because they remind me of the ones that you see on the Slaves to Darkness. I'll just clean up a sprue line right now. Just getting rid of it. There we go. Looks pretty good. And I just need, I need B108. I was thinking that for these guys, unlike with this one where I glued it down to the base and then I can just do like something over top of it, where these guys are directly on the ground, I'm gonna do the bases after I've primed these, and then paint these and then attach them to the base layer. Looking for an arm piece 108 right now, which I had a sprue here that had arm pieces on it. I keep pulling this one. I need to put that aside. Let's see, where did I pull it from? Was it here? It might have been here. Ah, here it is. B108. There. Grab that. Let's grab a knife here. Just scrape up the elbow a little bit. Just cut off some of the excess flashing. Something that always interests me is that in other countries they don't have all the things that we do. Like, I'm sure that there's Coca-Cola over there, but like you mentioned a vitamin drink, and I'm familiar with like here we have one that's called Vitasource, or what is it called? One sec. Vitamin drink. We've got a vitamin drink here called, let's see. Ooh, if my Google stuff's crashing. What's happening here? I'll go to images. Okay. Vita water, or vitamin water. It's owned by the rapper 50 Cent. I'm just sort of wondering, like, what is like the go-to vitamin drink in Poland? Find where this hand goes. Just like that, I think makes sense. Yeah. For sports, we have a fake Powerade. Or Oshi. Oshi, interesting. I got myself vitamin C drop in water. Oh, the tablets! Yes. We have a similar one here called Emergency. It's kind of a funny name. Oh, Oshi. Okay. Alright. Oh, that's cool. Actually, I really like the ball design. There's like they've got like tattoo colors on them. Pretty cool. So Emergency is a vitamin drink you can get that's it's meant for like immune boosters, but a lot of people just use it just to drink. It's kind of a play on words name. But you can get it in like ashwagandha flavored, vitamin C. It's just like raspberry flavor. Like it's just a vitamin C drink, really. And it's a little effervescent, so you can take the tablets, drop them in water, shake up your water bottle, and then just drink it the way it is. It's really popular, actually. It's I don't know if it's cheap, but people just really seem to like it. But it's meant for if you have like a cold or something, you could take this and it would help you feel a little better. But I've seen people just drink it normally. That's what blew my mind too, was in Indonesia, this is really cool. In Indonesia, you can buy, so I don't know if you've ever heard of halls, but halls are, they're like a cough lozenge, right? So if you're sick, you take a Halls, and they help your throat get lubricated, so you're not as apt to cough. In Indonesia, you can buy Halls as a sucker. It's like a lollipop, and they sell it to kids. Like they market it to kids. I got myself like a vitamin complex. Nice. One sec. I got my hands full of glue, but I'll check it out just a second there. Okay, put that guy down. He's stable now. Go to my creator dashboard, stream manager. This way I can see the link. Oh, those look cool. Electrolyte. Pluses. Mineral water, 100%. Twocycum Volcomian. Labels and polish, and I think this brand is only in Poland. That could be. But it looks really cool. Oh, you know what these remind me of? Oh my god. I saw them in the grocery store yesterday. They, oh god. Because I know you can buy emergency in tablets. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, what are they called? Like evergreens or something? Oh no, you buy calcium tablets, you can buy, Nuun, N-U-U-N. And they also come in like a similar tube. Let's see if I can get you a picture here. Stream catcher, here we go. So these are like similarly packaged, but it's just a tablet, like a hydration tablet. North America is very big on hydration drinks right now. I think people are finally learning that like hydration isn't just water. Like you also need some electrolytes. So they're really into electrolyte drinks now. So I think they're borrowing from other countries' ideas. Oh, there's some cool stuff here. Hold on. What can I do with this? I could put a Space Marine helmet on this spike. Ooh. Or I could give him additional horns. I'll move up here. I'm looking at the bottom here. I just realized. Oof. Oh, I still have to get the head too. I'm getting ahead of myself. This is electrolyte and 4 tablets. You have all the vitamins for day. Wow! I mean that in full sincerity. Holy crap. 4 tablets and that's it. Jeez. Yeah, with these things you'd have to drink almost like a tube. Like a whole thing of them. But I think that's because in North America they don't assume anybody's gonna follow all the directions, so they probably make it so that if, like, they tell you not to chew them, but I imagine someone is going to chew them, so they make it weaker in case someone does. God, these sculpts are so cool. Sorry, I'm just looking at this one on the side, and the elongated skull mouth is just so cool. Maybe hard to see. That's so sick. Sorry, I got distracted. 117, I need the head. There it is. And like the wildest part is that like they could sell you something similar here. Like they could sell us tablets that you only take 4. And then they could reduce the packaging size, but they'd rather sell us the whole packaging and say, oh, you know, just we'll just make the product easier to take in case you take the whole package. Which is crazy. But they kind of have to do that because some of the vitamin tablets, they don't sell under food and drug, they just sell it under like snacks. Just cleaning up a little bit of the flashing here. Some of the sprue marines on his head. Now we get to decide which way we want this head to face, because I could face it down the gun, which I might. It's kind of threatening looking. I sort of like that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just like that, the head is stuck. It is welded in place. There we go. Now we need this part, which is B140 or 143. Really difference is that either get small spikes or big spikes. I kind of like the big spikes. We'll do 140. Oh, actually, he's an aspiring champion. Maybe we'll give him 143. Yeah. Like he hasn't fully developed his spikes yet, like his antlers. Like a deer, almost. Oh, actually, I should set myself to streaming on Discord, too. Just so I get the chance to make sure that everybody understands I'm in the middle of streaming. Settings. Streamer mode. Then enable streamer mode. There we go. Perfect. Now I won't get any notifications. Okay, so B143. That's what we're looking for. Right here. Huh. I'm okay, first off. Second of all, what just happened was there was a box behind me that I was sure was secure. And it just collapsed. That scared the hell out of me. Not to worry, not super impactful. We'll clean it up later. Not too worried about it. Oh, jeez. I thought the world was falling around me. Oh, gosh. 143. Right here. Oh, man. Chaos. There's always something going on around here. Grab my scalpel. Or hobby knife, rather. And to the theme of the maze, exactly. Is there anything more chaotic than lo-fi chill hip-hop and stuff falling around you? I might have to sand these heads a little bit. Much I'd rather not to, but I have to. It wouldn't be a burnout brush stream if there wasn't some kind of chaos going on. You know what I mean? Like, they don't call me Brother Exhaustus for nothing. I'm just going to sand that down a little bit. Just so the skeletons are smooth. A little bit more. That's good. And this one needs a little bit of attention. I'm just using some God Hand 600 grit. I went on a spending spree at one point and bought a bunch of God Hand tools really early on. So I'm putting them to good use now. Like I said, I'm just sand the skull down, just so it matches the rest of it. And then I'll scrape it just a little bit more, just get rid of that little notch on top of the skull from when I cut it off the sprue. Still sitting around. Use my scalpel and just carve some off it here. That's pretty good. And I'll just use this tool again, just to scrape it down so it's smooth. And scrape the opposite way. That's pretty good there. And then some more 600 grit, like I said, just to get it smooth. And that's pretty good. It feels like I can't actually tell if there was a little cut there, so that's good. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to use the trophy piece for it. So I like B118, but B89 is a skull. Sorry, it's a helmet. Maybe B89 is good because he's an aspiring champion. So he's been through a couple fights, you know. He's trying to look like he's important. He's trying to really sell. Yeah, right there. It's got a skull with a helmet on it. That's perfect. Try to tell a story with these guys. So let's just grab some more of this. Just carve up the, well, not carve up, but remove the sprue line on the helmet because it's a Space Marine helmet after all, it's sitting on the back. Just spike through it. Now, because it's a skull, we won't really be able to do blood here, because it'll be, you know, it's been through the ringer, right? Focus. There we go. So this guy's been dead for, I would say, probably a little while. I'm just gonna carve up a little bit more. And then just a little sanding, just to really sand it up, make it smooth. A little bit more just so I can see what I'm doing here. That's pretty good. And then a little bit more. Just to get rid of any extra details that's trying to add. I just want to clean up that spike just a little bit here. That looks pretty good. So we're just gonna do it. I bought sandpaper in construction market since it's cheaper to get like the entire sheet of it. You're 100% right. Like you can get good sanding paper at the what do you call it there? At the hardware store. I like the small god hand stuff and the sanding sticks and the sanding sponges. I just find that I have a little bit better control. Uh-oh. Did I seal the end by mistake? Yep, I did. There's nothing wrong with using hardware store glue or hardware store sanding paper. Personally, I just prefer using the god hand stuff. Like I said, it's just smaller. You can cut it if you need to. And I've got up to the 12,000 grit, so it's a little easier to work with for me. And to get really, really smooth, like really shiny results. It's almost like buffing with just sandpaper. Just gonna squeeze that tight for a second there. And that's just so I can get a really good seal on it. So it just looks really like there's not a lot of lines in there. All I gotta do is just glue it. There we go. And that's our aspiring champion number 1 done. He looks pretty good, I gotta say. Now I could glue him to the base, like I said, but I want to decorate these bases. So I think what I might do is finish priming him first, paint him, and then I'll do something to the base. I think that's the right call. It's that, or I glue him to the base, and then put stuff around him like astrogranite or Mordant Earth, or... I'm not totally sold on what to do yet. But I'll set them off to the side for now. And that's one of all these guys I gotta do done. Which is awesome, because that's means we're getting into it. I mean, we're finally on the sheet now. Like, we've got one guy primed, we've got one guy ready for more glue. We're making moves here. This is awesome. Okay, so next one is we're doing 5 A to B. So that means going down this path over here. So I'm gonna take our paper here. I'm gonna just fold it in half, just so we can keep track of it. And because I know the way I am and I know I'll look at something mistake, we're doing this section down here. I sort of like, because this is going to be an aspiring champion legionnaire, so I can have 2 aspiring champions. I want him to have the legionary icon. So I'm going to give him this one, and I definitely want him to have the fist, as opposed to like a sword or something this time. And I do want to give him one of these heads. It might be B90 because I don't think there's been another B117, but we'll see what happens when we get there. Grabbing a little sip of water here. Oh, good stuff. Staying hydrated is important. Okay, B79. So I need the feet. I need that in a minute. B79 is supposed to look like this with these sort of hanging down. Right here. But you can get really cheap sandpaper at the hardware store. Like, you can get really good quality stuff there. I actually bought... I bought my Sour Acolyte there. This stuff. And it'll hold forever. It's especially good with bonding plastic to plastic, so when I go to do... Like, when I go to put my minis on their bases, I'll use that stuff, because they'll never come off. Like, you'll break the base in half before you pull it off. I'm using the back of my knife here, just because it's a little less aggressive for cleaning screw lines in some of the tighter areas. I'm just chopping some of the stuff down just so it's a little smoother. And just like I did before, I'm going to take the foot, just where I need to glue later, and just carve it out in a little circle here. Just because it'll help the glue layer when it goes to stick, because it creates like a peg. And it'll also help me if I want to stick it on something to paint separately. This part's not totally necessary, it just helps me. Because I'm like a bull in a china shop. Looks pretty good. 90B80. Which is this piece right here. We just kind of found it like right away. I don't think I'll get that lucky ever again. Just make sure I get these little bits of sprue off. Just the sprue connectors. Just like that. Now we get to glue them together. Yes, I suppose so. Interesting. How does it want me to glue that together? It wants me to put this... Oh, just like that. Okay, I gotcha. So, where it wants me to glue is right in this area back here. Just glue his back to his butt. There's a little peg there. Oh, you know what? Take a chance here. Just wait a second. Clean up this grenade a little bit. Not that you really see it, but just because. Because I can see the sprue line. There. Giving the glue a second to marry with the plastic that's already there will help with the weld too. Apply some pressure. And you know what? We did miss a little bit of a sprue line here. So I'm going to take a second here and just clean this up. Just like that. sanded smooth. Nothing too special. There we go, just like that. And then now we need B88, which is this front cloak, which I saw a moment ago. Here it is right here. I love the way this looks. Again, this reminds me so much of the Slaves to Darkness from Age of Sigmar. So I'm very excited to play these, as well as very excited to just paint them. Kind of a similar style. And again, we're just going to clean up any sort of extra work here. I'm using the bladed side of the hobby knife. Scrape them one way and scrape the other way. And then carve these up just a little bit. On both sides. There we go. And then we want these to sit pretty flat. So what I'm going to do, it's already pretty flat. Okay, it's pretty good. I'm going to throw some glue. I use the Citadel glue again, of course. Just around the edge. Just kind of everywhere. And the reason why I'm applying so much of it is because I want the edges to just catch and then create that weld. So, too hard to press. So I want them to catch it and weld, so I'll wiggle a little bit. Just a little bit. So they start to do that glue thing where they turn into their own sprue glue, basically. Now that they've done that, I can take my hobby knife and just clean it up a little bit. And it just looks as smooth as if you had just bought it off the shelf that way. That's all it takes. Not much, just a little bit of extra time here and there. I got a little glue back here, but that's fine. There. Okay, so while we're waiting for that to glue, we're going to look for the arms. So we need B82. And I like the bayonet for this guy, so B91. Which I have here. And another B82. Here we go. We'll need 84 as well. Oh, sorry, B11 for that part. So B82. And I'll need B111, which is just a shoulder. Which I don't see on this sprue. Look it upside down. Oh, perfect, right here. I got it. It almost got away from me, but I got it. Whew. Just clean off my little sprue markers here. Best I can, at least. was thinking about buying a sanding sponge from the hardware store again. I used one on my walls because I've got old plaster walls in this house. And I ended up using it just to get them, you know, smooth as I could. But it would be nice to have one I can use just for this, but the sanding sponge is huge. Just clean up the sprue line on the back of this gun. The rest of it looks okay. You won't really notice the sprue lines under there. Maybe under the butt of the handle here. Oh, I could show you off my gun hand spindle bit here too. So I'm going to start by just drilling out this barrel. Just starting it with my hobby knife. That's a pretty good hole. I'll expand it a little bit this way. And then spin it a little bit more. Just so it starts to be like that. Now, I've got these. These are God Hand mini drill bits. And they're a little different from regular drill bits because they've got a flat edge to them. It's very, very hard to see. But they allow me to make flattened holes. So on a piece like this where the spindle just fits in the end, I'm just gonna drill it out and just apply just a little bit of fair pressure. Not too much. I'm not trying to really drill through it because I will drill through a side if I do that. Every now and then I have to blow it out. You see I'm getting deeper into the recesses here. So the hole's getting better and better and better. And I won't go too far. Just clean up my lines. I'm getting slightly deeper. I'm just going to use this as well just to clean up. Actually, I'll use my knife now to clean up this little dot here that I just saw. And I'll just use the knife again just to flare out just the edge, just a hair. So much work today. Won't have time to even handle. That's terrible, man. I mean, that's good for keeping busy because when I was working, I loved keeping busy and I loved having something to do all day long. But I also kind of like this hobby as well, so not that you should like one or the other, but making time for both can be hard. But you did a lot of progress lately. Like, you got Mortarian started, you got him primed, you got some paint on him, you got it like partway finished with the assembly. Like, it already looks great. So if you're gonna take time off to recoup and do other stuff, by all means. Like, this is one of those hobbies that admittedly you can sort of forget about for a little bit. Even on the tabletop, like if you show up with like a base I used to joke about, nah, that's like nothing. I disagree, sir. I disagree that that's nothing. Progress is progress. You You can hold yourself accountable to whatever you feel that progress is, but fundamentally I disagree, because having anything started is still a huge step. As someone who overthinks this hobby a lot and who spent time researching what I wanted to do for just even starting the Space Marines, like, we're here now. Like, I've got a lot of these, like, I've got 2 guys underway. I've got a 3rd guy primed. Like, having 8-star progress is awesome. It can be hard to get this process going, eh? Just gonna sand this down a little bit. Well, yeah, but still kind of hard when you want to paint but don't have the time or strength to begin. That's true. And you've hit a really good point here, is that painting can be very time consuming. When you just don't have the time, it's sort of, it makes the hobby harder. It makes it less entertaining, because you know you're racing against the clock because you have something else you got to do. So it becomes more like a chore and less like a hobby if you're doing it because you have to do something else. And having the strength, I definitely understand. As someone who gets cramped hands all the time, I definitely understand. It's actually sort of funny. Yesterday, when stream ended, I sat down and did some hand exercises because my hands were sore. I'm just blowing the glue where I need to, especially when the assembly painting consumes so much time. It does. Which is again why I like these streams, because I sort of don't realize how long it's taking me to do things on these streams. But it's worth it still, 100%, man. It's 100% worth it. Yeah, I use these streams as a great way for me to focus out and just assemble. I've got all these Chaos Space Marines I gotta go through. I mean, it's a whole combat patrol that we're working on. So, it's gonna take me probably a little while to get through these, I would imagine. But we're almost done 2 of them right now, which is sweet. I've got him with his gun up like this, but he's sort of leaning, so I'm gonna put him on the base for a second, just so I can see where he's leaning to. He's leaning this way, so I want his gun to face this way. And I'm looking at the top instruction, and I'm realizing something that we neglected to do with the last Marine, which was I missed the shoulder pads. Oh, I'm moving that arm further down the body here. Here we go. So I'll finish up this guy, then we'll go do the shoulder pads for both of them. I need B92. Started to hate the afternoon shift since I can't get my nap when I'm at work. Yeah. I had a habit of every lunch I took a nap, and that's because it helped me just recharge a little bit. It was just good because I would, go for lunch, take like an hour nap, grab something very quick to eat, and then get back to work. It was awesome. I had tons of energy. More energy than when I was drinking Red Bull all day long. B92. 92. There's meant to be... Where is it? Am I going crazy? Where is 92? I see 7. That looks similar, but it's this fist. I can get up at 5 a.m. for work normally till like 3 or 4 p.m. Get a 1 to 2 hour nap and you get semi-fully charged again. It's true. Having a nap during the day, like, when you're a child, you don't want to go for a nap because you get tons of energy. But when you're an adult, having a nap is honestly just fantastic. Napping during my day finally, like, it changed things fundamentally for me. Okay, I'm struggling to find this 92. Am I crazy? Maybe it is on the sprue that I was looking at earlier. No, I don't see the fist here anywhere. How if I looked this way probably because the numbers are facing me. No, nothing there. When you're when you're an adult, you start to appreciate those naps 100%, man. Naps and going to bed. I tried napping on the couch before, and that's dangerous because at least when I'm napping in bed, then I have to go through the process, set a timer up. It takes a while, but I get there and I get like 30-40 minutes. But when I nap on the couch, I just go to the couch, fall asleep, wake up, and I go, oh no, it's been like an extra hour. Ah, there it is, 92. Whew, that was hiding on me. Okay. Gotta clean up the fist here just a little bit. Just clean up the sprue line some. And then they hid this one really nicely on the other side. Clean up the sprue just a little bit more over here. Just like that. And then over here as well. That's pretty good. I was going to do claws here, but it looks like it already has claws, so I'm pretty content with the way that looks. Clean up just like that. Also at the back of my head, I have a task to set up a server with a Microsoft SQL, but waiting for mini software as a service and SATA cables. Ooh, or mini SAS to SATA cable connectors. Oh my lord. Yeah, that's waiting for connectors is always a pain in the ass. And then like the setup of MS SQL or MySQL or just a SQL server in general usually isn't too bad. It normally goes pretty smooth. The configs can be a little annoying sometimes to the next server, so it should be fast to set up, but still, yeah. And then the configurations on them are, like I said, the config files are always a pain in the butt. Especially if you're using something like Nginx. I'll say it again, if you ever wonder why I blow on the glue, it's because what's happening is I'm taking the glue and using my breath to actually push it further, because otherwise it'll pool. So if you blow on the glue, it'll blow it around the area that you're trying to move it into, and it'll thin it out. I do have a migration So I just restore the DB from backup. Oh, yeah. Restoring it from backup's always relatively easy. As long as it's within the same VPN, you're fine. Because all you do is just change your IP. Or change the IP of whatever the instance is. Unless you're using like a named instance like Fargate or something in Amazon Cloud Services. Then you just change the name, or even then you just attach it to where the name was. So they want me to put his arm like this, and I think that looks fantastic, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a little bit of glue just over that hole that I just made, and around that spot. Just make sure the shoulder lines up just a little bit higher. Just when I put the shoulder pad on, it'll look decent. I have to download the back up to my place, restore it on a physical server, and then ship the server to office. Oh! Only 10 gigabytes of database. Oh, that's still a pretty big customer database, but only 10 gigabytes isn't that bad. The craziest I've ever heard of was there was a company in the city I'm in the sector of the universe I live in. And I have to say that because I'm a Stardies. And they were doing an AWS Amazon Web Services Snowball. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with Snowball, but if you are, and for those that may not know, in case you're watching the VOD stream later, a Snowball is basically Amazon will ship these big servers to you, and they'll bring it like a truck, like a physical truck, and they expect you to take all your hard drives and put them into the Snowball, and Snowball's just servers, and they come online and they pair all the disks together and they restore all the data. And essentially what that means, where the Snowball term comes from, is it goes to cold storage. And cold storage does not mean like just a warehouse. It means quite literally like a warehouse in the Antarctic. It's to get the data back, and you take like 48 hours because they have to have someone on standby that they pay to just pull the server and put it back online. And the data transfer is stupid slow, but it was like a 20 terabyte Snowball, and this was in like the early 2000s. And the reason why I saw it is because in the city I'm in, there was an Amazon Web Services truck that showed up, and I was only like maybe a teenager, and I saw it and I was like, what is this? And I stopped, because I was interested in AWS stuff because I was a nerdy kid. I mean, obviously. And so I was interested in what it was, and they explained to me what it was. And it's just such an amazing concept. And I wish I'd gotten pictures of it at the time, but it was just so cool. Okay, so I need B90, because I'm getting this guy here. And I get the other one, the cool looking helmet. And we're going to use shoulders for these guys. But if you're just shipping back a 10 gigabyte instance to the office, they could set that up in a matter of minutes. The hard part's making sure they install it in the right drive and for the right customer. Use the back of my knife just to carve up the sprue line that's here. Love the way these helmets look. Oh my god, do I ever love them. This just looks so cool. Now there's a sprue line along the back of the hair here, so I'm gonna just gently move it with the back of my knife and then move over to the God hand tool. And this is just a sprue line cleaner. You could use the one that comes in the kit for my first painting kind of thing, the painting kit that comes for Warhammer. But I like the God Hand one because it's got this longer handle, so it's just a little bit easier just to hold on to. It's got these little grooves for my fingers. Now I'm going to glue this head in place. Just want him to look at who's shooting. So again, I put some glue right in the bowl where the head's going to go. Hey, we're up to 5 viewers. Cool. Well, it's only for relative business. Well, for my relative's business, so I got some leisure on the preparation of it. So at least it's something... Oh, that's good then. And he knows where it's going anyway, so that's even better. And again, I could glue this down. I'm going to wait to glue it down after I do some basing. Lending them my personal server though, since the hardware is expensive, that's fair. Is it like a 1 unit, 2 unit rack? I could do 140 or 143. I think I did 143 last time, so I'm going to give this guy 140. Just gotta find 140 again. Also, hello newcomers. Welcome to the crew. I'm Brother Exhaustus, and this is Burnout Brush. We're doing up some Space Marines today. Chaos Space Marines specifically. A 1 unit Dell R210-2. I'll have to look that up specifically, see what it looks like, but a 1 unit's pretty good. It's a regular appliance, you don't really need like a lot of power for it. They're loud though. The Dell ones are always loud. Just clean up the back of these heads, or the front of these heads rather. Actually, they look pretty good. I'm using the back of my hobby blade here, just because it's just as good as using this guy, but it's a lot thinner, so I can get a lot better on it. Much more detail oriented for these areas. Now I do have a few areas here up here where there were sprue connectors. I'm just going to use the other side of my blade just to try to carve them down a little. All I'm doing is just cleaning up some of these areas. Now, because it's your personal server, do you replace the fans with Noctua fans? Because Noctua sells server fans, and they're really, really efficient. Or do you just keep them just the basis what it comes with? Clean up a little sprue line here. Maybe hard to see. So what I'm doing right now is just cleaning up little sprue lines that are just inside of there. Oh, it's a power edge. Okay. Those are really cool. I stick with the provided fans. That's fair. Those have a redundant power supply in them, if I'm not mistaken. Still kind of quiet. Okay. So I'm used to the server fans spinning up to 100% and then they're just loud the whole time. Oh yeah, I like the way that looks. No, I just need B118. This one has one PSU. Okay, so it doesn't have a redundant power supply on it. I mean, that's still cool. I'm sure the power supply has some redundancy built into it anyway. From 3rd gen, I think it's 2 PSU. Yeah. I almost lost that piece. Carve up the edges here, just so it fits better. I'd be lying if I said it didn't have another motive behind putting together these Chaos Space Marines. I have a younger brother, and at one point we played Space Marines versus Tyranids using the starter box. And I've got my Black Templar kind of painted. I think I'm going to come back to them some point here. I have them built, and I want to play with him again. So that's why I'm building these, so I can get them. The R230s have 2 PSUs as well. Okay. That's probably what I'm thinking of, is the R230s. The front bezel is different, but the internals are very similar. Okay. Oh, I love the way that this looks. It's got like the Vox cut out on it on the back. Some of the color stuff crashing on here. It just looks so cool. Those only come with 1 PSU. Too small of a unit. I don't know then. If I'm being honest, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I didn't get to play with a lot of the hardware. I mostly got to look at it when I did get to look at it. I had a lot more friends who owned the hardware, and I just kind of was allowed to observe. So I loved playing with it. Like when you get to open it up and actually change the parts. That was always my favorite piece. Okay, we're gonna go back to our previous step here because I forgot to put on shoulder pads. B14, 114, B114, and then 3B. So B114, which is this guy right here. Ooh, it's one of these guys. Oh no, it's this guy right here, right in the center. That, and then just a generic shoulder pad. So, doesn't say which one to use. Do I risk it, or do I just grab a shoulder pad? Ooh, that's fun. I'll get myself a thin client and make it into a Kubernetes or Docker cluster for home use. I love Docker clusters. Oh man. We were just getting into Docker stuff in my last year at my employer, and I love Docker. Holy crap. The things you can run on it simultaneously, it's like having your own web service socket. It is so nice. I think I'm just going to stick this on here like this. Kubernetes I'm not really super familiar with. I did start looking into it just at one point in time just to try and learn it. Ooh, I'm not getting the glue all the way there. I'm going to put some more glue just on the shoulder itself. And that way it should match up here. It might take a hot minute to dry. I can already see the glue's trying to stick, so that's good. It's like mini virtualization, so pretty much you can run anything on Docker. It's, oh, yeah. I was running, actually I started, before I get into streaming here, I was trying to build a Warhammer simulator, so Battle Sim, and I was writing it in TypeScript, and I went, well, I'm going to need a, I'm going to need a database, because I want to store rule sets, so I can just update the rules on the fly. And then I said, well, I also want to do like some AI, regulation, in case I have to do rule lawyering or whatever the case is, and storing battle maps. And I went, oh man, like this is probably the best case scenario for Docker, because I could run all three in the same virtual environment. It was awesome. That didn't come to be though. I started it, threw it on GitHub. Didn't get very far with it. Actually, I may not have put it on GitHub, but I did start it. Did I grab the wrong shoulder? Oh no, did I grab the wrong shoulder? No, B114, okay. There must be another B114. So the problem with being a developer and then being out of work is that in your head you're still a developer. So you still do developer things. And you still act like a developer. Like, I start every stream here by saying what it is we did yesterday, what we're doing today, and any roadblocks I had. And it just... it's in my head that that's how things work. Yeah. Okay, I'm kind of confused here. I did B114. I'm allowed to have two of these. And B114 went there on a shoulder. But I need another B114 and I only had the one. Am I crazy? Was there supposed to be another one? Or does it matter what shoulder I use? Also 3B, what is 3B? I think it's back here. Oh, okay. 3B. Oh, I see. So any one of these is 3B. Gotcha. That's what I was confused by, is 3B is any of these. Only with systems and networks. Being a dev is nice, I just can't work with writing code, only with systems and networks. Yes. I'm similar to the dev spectrum where, as a developer, thankfully we were full stack where I was working, so I get to get my hands on everything I could, whenever I could. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But, those things don't last. And so now I'm just in every space I can. Okay, there's no shoulder pads there. There are shoulder pads here. But this cannot be all of the shoulder pads. There's none on this sprue. And there is none on this sprue. But there are some on this sprue. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that means that there's 10 more I can make? That doesn't seem right. There must be some more. There's nothing on this sprue for shoulder pads. Is there anything on this sprue for shoulder pads? There are some. Oh, 119. Sorry, that's 19. I need 114. I see 50, 46, 51. GW, what do we do here? What do we do here? Because I only had the 114. And I used that for 4A. Sorry, 4B, I guess. When it comes to 5B, maybe we skip that shoulder pad for now. Come back to it later. The substitute is 3A. Okay. So I could substitute with 3A. Shoulder pad should be interchangeable so you can fit any shoulder pad on Marine. That's what I thought. I'm going to choose one of these 3A shoulder pads. I like this one that's in the 87. It's very Nurgle-esque. Yeah. We'll do that. 87 and 103, we'll say. Or 19. Okay. I won't spend too long thinking about that one. I would have, too. I would have absolutely sat down and said I can't do anymore because I only have one, 114. I have no idea what I'm doing, yada, yada, yada. And it just would have been disappointing. Would have been a really slow stream. But thankfully, a lot of these are interchangeable, so I'll grab 19. Just because he's got that great big fist. Excuse me. Clean that up just a tear. And then clean this up just a little bit too. There we go. Let's grab some glue. I'll put the left shoulder pad on first. Just take notice not to put two lefts on the right shoulder pads on the Marine. Yes. Thankfully, I did read that 3A is these types. So I can move this up here. Ooh. And we'll just put this here. That looks pretty cool. I really do enjoy the way that these, shoulder pads, if it'll focus. The way the shoulder pads look. It just looks so sick. Okay, that's 2 Marines. 2 aspiring champions. And we'll put them back here for now. And they do have a little bit of problem standing up on themselves, but that's okay. They'll be glued down later anyway. That's 2. Which means now we move on to these guys. It doesn't say how many we get of these guys. Just says number 6. So we might have to count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With 2 of them being aspiring champions, that means we get to do 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to take my marker here and just write down 8, because if I don't, I will forget how many I'm allowed to make. And I'll try to make more than that. Gonna get some water here real quick. all stay here. Okay. And put this over here. There. Okay. So, first things first is we get to start with B30 and B29. I should have 8 of them, if I'm not mistaken. Just gotta find the right sprue for them here. I might have a few of them. Oh, there's so many variations here. Okay, so let's find out. Let's figure out which ones we want to do. That's probably the best step first. So, I could do one with a great big cannon here. 6D. Oh, you know what? This walks me through the other 8. Oh, that's even better. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, so this takes us from 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 to 10 to 11 to 12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's only 7. I need 8. Do I get 13? Oh, I get 13. Oh, perfect. Well, and this is why I need to read. All right. I'm not going to worry about the bases right now. I know they're all 32mm bases. Yeah. I'm just going to start building these guys. So we'll start with this guy. 29 and 30. That's on me for not reading ahead first until now. You know what? I'm going to say these combat patrols are a lot easier to walk through now than they were previously. The Black Templar one was very, you can do this or this or this or this or this. And this is very much, here's your options, but you're building this marine, then you're building this marine, then you're building this marine. I'm going to carve up some of the thinner detail here. Just flatten out the foot a little bit. One thing I'd like to put in this army as well is I have a Forge Fiend that my brother got me for Christmas. And I'm kind of excited because the Forge Fiend is huge. Just cleaning up some of these sprue lines. Some of these gate lines as well. Okay. Well, I'm moving away from my desk here. One sec. There. Oh no. Don't fall over. There we go. I'm gonna put a little hole here. A little pilot hole. Just to help the glue have a place to flow to. Just need to make sure that this actually sits correctly. And it's going to flow. And again, I'm going to pin the holes in the bottom here. You can use a paper clip if you want to pin them. BRB, got some stuff to do and need some water. Good idea, man. Get some water. I'll be here. I'll hold the fort down. And again, I'm just getting the holes ready for later for when I glue it. That way the glue is a place to recess into. So it creates like a pseudo peg. Just enough of a spot to hold all the glue later. I need B136 and B31. 136 and 31. 136. It's a backpack. And 31 is a chest plate. B136 goes here. This is kind of cool. He's got like Nerf balls on him. You like those Nerf koosh balls from like the 90s? Okay, punch that out. Ooh, it's still attached. It's like a job for the scalpel, for the hobby knife. Okay, just carve up just a piece of the gate that I took off. And just clean up just that sprue line, which would normally be fine anyway. Actually, because they're rounded here, I'm going to use this tool. I like the way that these balls are, but I just don't know what they are. They almost look like alien eggs. There we go, and then we just have this little piece here. Just that we're just gonna carve off. We're gonna try and keep our fingerprints the whole time, but, you know, things happen. Just scraping that across. And then... just clean it up just like that. There is still some sprue lines here, so we're... see if I can get the camera to focus on them. We're going to try and clean up these sprue lines in the tops. Just so it's flat. And we're just using the back for our hobby knife here. Sometimes I use the blade side, but most times I'll use the back side. And that's just because I can get in better than even the God Hand tool can, because it's just too thick. And I just need that area flattened. So when I prime it later, off stream, it'll be nice and smooth and consistent. Now I've got a little bit of a roughing here, so I'm going to use my 600 grit God Hand, fold it up just kind of like this, and then just smooth it across. Yeah, just like that. I'll turn it around too, because I might only be hitting it from one angle. And then I'll just smooth it just this way. Just like that. And that's pretty good. And I'm obsessing over this, but it's not mandatory to obsess over this stuff. I just have a very, maybe too intense way of doing this, and I didn't before, but since I started streaming, I feel like everything has to be very particular and look a very certain way. And so I'm very involved with wanting this to look as clean as possible before I make it look really filthy. And I will. You know, there'll be a stream about a week or two from now where we'll get to this and it'll be just as, you know, filthy and disgusting looking as possible, and I really want it to look as heavy metal as I can. And it's such a fun juxtaposition because we're listening to lo-fi and we're going to do heavy metal stuff. Just wait until you see it. B31, let's see here. I'm craving pizza. You know what it is the commissar earlier made these meals, and they're frozen meals now, but they're really good. They're like a protein penne, so after I do my workout I'll have protein penne, which is just protein pasta with some protein sauce, it's like extra meat sauce. And then it's got a little bit of like Parmesan cheese on it. It's really, really pleasant. 31, there we go. Okay. Are there any sprue lines here? I don't see any sprue lines. Please focus. There we go. I don't see any sprue lines here, so we might be fine. I'm going to glue it. And again, just as I did before, I'm going to apply just a little bit more glue than I need along the edge. Just because I want to rub them together. And I want to create this sort of sprue glue by rubbing them. And what I'm doing is just increasing the weld strength by doing it. So by doing that and then letting it rest and pushing it, letting it rest, pushing it, letting it rest, it's a little aggressive for how it needs to be, but it will clean up very, very nicely. Just take some material off there on the sides. Just to smooth it down, just so when I go to attach the arms, it'll attach really nicely. Just fill the little bowl with some glue. And again, same thing here, just a little bit of a wiggle, just to pull it in, pull it out, and you can see it already starting to do this lining thing. Maybe hard to see, but if I tilt it like this, see it's already starting to turn into a weld. So I'm just going to keep that just moving a little bit and then let it back on post. Good to see you again. Glad you're back at your battle station. We couldn't win this war without you. Alright, I gotta charge my phone here, so 1 second here. My communication box. I don't have an in-universe term for cell phone. I will find one later though. Okay, move this up just a little bit. 07, nice. My 07. Okay, there we go. And put the phone on the charger so it's not at 10%. That way I can actually read stream chat. I almost need like an iPad or something here. Or some sort of device. I've got I've got a tablet, I could use that. Okay, drink of water. Alright. So we got this part glued in. That's all glued up. That's good. Next is what? So we have a couple options here by the looks of it. So I like this weapon here. B-34. I think that's pretty cool. You have head 2. Then he's B-33, 32, and head 2, and then 3A and 3B. So it doesn't really matter what 3A and 3B is. But what is 2? Is that just under the heads? Oh, yeah, it's just under the heads. So we'll just select one of these heads that's under 2. So any one of them is fine. I sort of like for this guy, because he gets just a regular Marine. Oh, you know what? They make him look like the Dovahkiin from, yeah, 122. I'll write that down. There. Could you stream back? A couple streams back you said you played RuneScape. Still playing? I haven't played RuneScape in a very long time. I played it, I think the last time I played it was about 2 years ago. I was trying to do an Iron Man challenge because I was greatly ill-equipped. I was ill-equipped to do an Iron Man challenge. And basically what it is it's a tile man challenge. And essentially what it is, you go tile for tile through RuneScape, leveling up as you go. That's another one of those games that I find is just really chill, and can be chill, as long as you're not playing PvP. Just simply because you can just hang out and do some fishing and like kill some rats and just sort of like just pal around. I have considered picking up again though. It's one of those things where I play kind of when I want to get back into the community there. You did Tileman Challenge? I tried and I failed. I did not have the patience for the Tileman Challenge. I was inspired to do it by someone on YouTube. And actually, there's a really good YouTuber named Crumbs RS. I know him personally. That's why I bump his channel up a little bit. But he's a fantastic RuneScape content creator on YouTube. And he's done some new content about other stuff. Mostly about like the Grand Theft Auto 6 hack. And some other hackers. You know, he's taking this content in a couple different directions. But he used to play a lot of RuneScape, and he got me into RuneScape originally. So I blame him for my pseudo-addiction at that point in time. I'm playing Ultimate Iron Man Level 3 Skiller, but I log in from time to time. Right on. I'm so outside of it now, like I don't really know the verbiage to be able to communicate enough to say like, these are the things I know about RuneScape, but I did play enough to just have some armor and just sort of like get around the island a little bit. I did some tutorial stuff, and again I wanted to do the Tile Man because I thought it would be, there was a point in my life when I thought everything should just come naturally to me. And that is not the way. That is not how life works. Sometimes things come naturally to some people. I thought everything had to come naturally to me, so I wanted to do the Tile Man because I saw someone else do it. And I thought, you know, that doesn't seem impossible. That'd be a lot of fun if I could do it. There was no requirement for fame or gain or anything from it. I just wanted to do it because I thought it'd be fun. And it is a lot of work. So I just didn't keep up with it. I just sort of gave it up very quickly. But it'd be fun. Skiller only production skill. Oh. So like you can only make like, you can only chop wood kind of thing, or you can only produce like iron sort of thing, or smelting. I'm looking for B33. My apologies. I'm looking for B33 right now. Right on. When I play Final Fantasy Online, that's kind of how... Actually, when I played World of Warcraft, that's kind of, there it is. When I played World of Warcraft, that was kind of what we did too. I had a friend that I used to play World of Warcraft with. And he got me really into that. And UIM adds to the challenge. UIM, okay. UI mods. It's sort of funny, there's a lot of people in IT that play RuneScape. There's almost as many... Gosh, I'm gonna be... Ultimate Iron Man. Ah, okay, my apologies. I was just about to say that it's sort of funny, and I don't want to make the comparison too vocal, but there's almost as many people who play RuneScape in the IT community as there are furries. I'm not saying they're the same. They are definitely not the same. They're definitely not in the same spectrum, but yeah, it's very nostalgic. I didn't play it when I was in high school, and I wish I had, because at the time that would have been like the golden age of RuneScape. Same with like playing World of Warcraft. I used to play Burning Crusade, and that was a lot of fun. When I was playing that, my buddy and I would go get like, we'd go mine for iron. Then once Frozen Throne came out, I remember standing in line and getting a copy. That was a lot of fun. I miss those days. I miss standing outside in the cold, waiting for game releases. Oh, it was a lot of fun. You'd be out there till midnight, waiting for the store to open so you can go in and buy your copy, and just a simpler time. Gosh, what a time. I played in elementary school, and here there were two main games, Tibia and Metin 2, so I was in a niche. Tibia and Metin 2. I don't know those games. Okay, Tibia is an online game. Sweet. Oh, okay. It's like a top-down RTS. Or just a top-down game. Okay. Oh, it's for Linux too. Sweet. In Metin 2. Oh, Metin looks really sick. Oh, maybe I'll pick that up. 2D RuneScape. I kind of love it. The two games that I used to play a lot when I was a kid was EverQuest was one of them, and it was so much fun. And that was, oh my god, I played that for hours. I remember getting to an inn with a fairy, and I was just blown away. Like the storyline was so good. That was one of the games that I played a lot of. And the other one was MapleStory. And we used to love MapleStory. Oh my god, do we love MapleStory. Being Canadian, you played a lot of MapleStory, trust me. That and Gaia Online. I was in that age group where Gaia Online was cool. Let's clean up a sprue line where these connect. And then just along the arm here. G-A-I-A, Gaia. I think it's still around. That and Neopets. We used to play a lot of Neopets. I need B34. B34, let's see here. So it looks like that weapon. Means we need to find that weapon. It's B35, that's pretty close. B83, but I need B34. Oh, here it is. Guy Online was more of a social game than anything, and Gothic for single player games. Gothic? I feel like I've heard of Gothic. I feel like I must know that game by now. I feel like I've heard of it. And Holy Grail. Oh, the Holy Grail. I'll have to check it out. The other game I used to love playing when I wanted a single player game was Black and White. It's getting a remake. Interesting. Oh, if you want a good vampire game, check out Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. That game was amazing. The remakes suck, but oh, the original was so good. I'll have to check out Gothic here in a second. Black and White's so cool, man. It was just wild because it's one of those games where you control the pet. Ever had the chance to play Vampire Masquerade? I'm telling you, it's incredible. I never got to play more than like a handful of hours of it. But when I was a kid, it just absorbed me completely. And then as I got older, I found someone did a playthrough on YouTube. And it's a Malkavian playthrough, and it is hilarious and amazing in all the best ways. You're like running through hospitals and sewers, and you're meeting with Ventru, and oh. Just drilling up my barrel here. Just need to be careful they don't rock it too much. So I don't want to break the muzzle brake on this. Still see some light in there. I mean, it'll be darkened out anyway, but why not? Let's make it a little deeper in. Again, I'm just using my God Hand size. God Hand, what is this? This is chisel, size 1mm. There we go. And that looks pretty good in there. I'll get that up to the camera here so you can see it. There we go. Gothic. Oh. Oh, I like this. Gothic looks really cool. You guys get the official dub. Nice. The professional dub. So it's like a holy grail in Polish people. It was so good. Absolutely, man. That's sick. When you get like a good dub, As a Canadian, like, we always get the English, so we didn't really get good dubs. Or sorry, we didn't get any dubs because we didn't need them. Save for the Japanese games, and those dubs are amazing. So I can understand having like a good dub because it changes the feel of a game when you have a good dub. I don't know if you watch Japanese anime. If you do, you'll know the quality of like a good dub. I know there's not a lot of anime that's converted to Polish, unfortunately. But controls are so janky, it's hard to get used to. Yeah, I mean the older games always had really terrible controls, but that was part and parcel. That was the fun, was you had to learn how to deal with it. I do. Okay, sweet. So yeah, you know the quality of like a good dub then. And lately, like by watching the original with English sub, that's a good plan too. We do that too. Because it just doesn't make sense to watch anime really any other way. English dubs for anime are awful, to put it simply. They've gotten into this habit now where a lot of anime that they dub in English, it sounds very corporate. Like it was dubbed by someone who showed up to work, kind of thing. Like a good example is, I was watching Love Hina, which I used to love that anime to no end. I know the theme song off the back of my head, like it's so good. And anyway, and so with the English dub, it's like, hey Naru, like it just sounds super calm, even though it's like they're supposed to be like excited to see each other. Or they do that fake scare thing where they're like, oh, Naru. For us, English dub is not so terrible since it's not much of a difference watching in another language. That's fair. That's totally fair. If you understand English, that can be awesome. I'm assuming English is very well known in Poland. It must be at this point because it's like a business language. But I'm guessing that there's still probably people in Poland that don't know English. Kinda? Okay. Again, I'm just drilling out these areas just because it'll be easier just to throw some glue in there first and have it just fall into those recesses. I'm just gonna fit my shoulders on here. There's really only one way they want to go on, so it's even better. Oh man. It's a secondary language you learned in school, but not everyone puts an effort into it. Yeah, that's the same thing with French here in Canada, is that you can learn French as a secondary language, but there's so many dialects of French. Which French do you want to learn? And so normally they teach like Parisian French, essentially. Depends on the teacher, right? Some teachers want to teach one way and other teachers want to teach a different thing. So it's kind of hit or miss what French you're going to get. But if you do learn French, you're almost guaranteed to get paid more depending on the job. Like 7 to 8 year olds, yeah, same here. When I was in school, it was mandatory that we took one French course. Because it was considered important to the survival of the language. And so you have to go out and buy your Bechdel, which is a French to English dictionary and English to French dictionary. And every year you have to buy the new one, even though they're all the same. Which is just funny. Just silly. Oh, there's a lot of screw lines on this guy's head. Just clean up, like... That would have been fun if I stabbed myself. Just cleaning up the screw lines on the back of his head, because there's just so much here. Come on, focus. Don't focus on that. Focus on this. There we go. Yeah, it's GW Sculpts for you. I'm just using the back of my knife just to clean up the sculpt. And just clean up some of beneath, just because I can. A little sandpaper just to smooth it out. And put some more sandpaper on top here. Chaos is a pain to clear thanks to all those trim lines. 100%. But it's kind of funny because you could almost just leave the screw lines on and it would just add to the pointiness, but there's some areas where it's just obviously flat or curved and you want to remove the screw lines, and it can drive you wild if you let it. Okay, I have a head now, which is good. Throw some up in here. And we still have to grab some shoulders too, but we'll do that in a second. So I can choose from 3A and 3B. So that means I go back to here. And I'm going to do an educated thing here, which I'm calling educated, but I'm going to grab my marker that I did earlier. Oh, that I lost. Wherever I put my marker, it's not where it's supposed to be. Oh, there it is. Okay. And I grabbed this one earlier. And I grabbed this one earlier. So now I just know which ones I want to do next. I think I'm going to do... oh, also last time I did... What? Oh no, these are all on this guy? No, that's on that guy. I sort of like B61. So 61 and we'll do 86. 61 and 86. Okay. And actually, I should clear them off on the list there. '61 and 86. So now we know which ones we're going to use. So I can come over to my sprue here. Brewery, I want B61 and 86. There's 86. And it just needs 61. Right here. This is such a cool sculpt. I can throw in my hand here. Bring it up to the camera. Focus. Focus. Hey, thank you. Oh, that's so sick, dude. Just gonna clean up underneath this a little bit. Just some of the sprue lines there. There's 61, and I lost 86 already. Ah, golly. Well, I have one. Down to glit to take off 86. No, I did not. 86 is here somewhere. It's not inside the paperwork. So we have 61. Oh, and 86 was right underneath it. Okay. That's what happens when everything looks gray. It's hard to see. And again, we just apply some glue to the shoulders. Actually, I'm going to take a piece of advice from myself and carve a hole into the shoulder. Just to fill it with like a glue peg almost. Not a big one, just a little pilot hole. Just to help the glue stick. I'll do the opposite side as well. I'll just be careful not to drill all the way through it. So I'm only just making just enough of a peg just to hold the glue. There we go. That way when I put some glue on this, it looks like it's the detail. On the right side gets the plane. Not gonna work because there's no line up here, whereas the face is gonna see through. Or I guess this space there. Man, this camera's freaking out. Back down. Acceptable color range. There we go. So just where that is. Just like that. Cool. So that gets us 3 Marines in. I'm going to take a very quick break here, just to run to the bathroom. I'm going to cap my glue for now, and I'll be right back. lied. I didn't go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom and got myself some water. Oh, there we go. In and out. Let's see here. Okay. So we are done one of our regular Chaos Space Marines here. So we can start working on the next guy. So that's 6B is done. Oh, we could have done 6C with the big gun. We'll come back to that. Well, yeah, I'm not too worried. Okay, so 7. I want this set up here. 7C. So we're just going to jump from 7A and B down to C. Because I want that great big gun with this guy. I think that would look really cool. So this starts with 7A and then goes straight to 7C. So how this works is that we're going to need B63 and B62. I'd spend like 4 hours with one mini to get it clean perfectly. Yeah, I'm a scrapper. I'm scrappy, and they used to say that we have grit, so I'm gritty. I like it fast and dirty. The faster and the dirtier, the better. I say as I spend hours painting. But I think maybe the stream is what gives me the speed. It would have taken me a very long time before, but I think it's because I'm able to talk through this, so it's... Oh, you know, this is a good example of when I worked in retail, because I worked at a warehouse before I got into IT. And when you're working alone, it's not very fun. You know, it takes a long time. Things like the time just feels like it's going to take forever, right? And so it takes forever to do anything. But when you're talking, when you're hanging out, when you're just chilling with people and getting stuff done, it goes by so fast. And I love that. And I think that's why I really like streaming this as well. And having someone to talk to, like, is just even better. Like, you have no idea how awesome this is for me. So as I say always, you know, thank you for being here. I'm someone who works well with others, I guess. Let's clean up my sprue line along here a little bit. No problem. Yeah, hell yeah. Use my rounded bit to clean up the sprue. And then I'll just use some sandpaper here. Clean up these feet a little bit. There we go. And again, drill the bottoms. Just so I can pin them later or use them for the glue when I go to glue them to the bases. There we go. Just like that. Just like that. And then just gonna shave this down just a hair. I think part of it too is I miss working in IT, and it's always nice to like talk about that stuff, but also like I miss the daily stand-up, you know, going in or just getting online and saying, here's what I did yesterday, here's what I'm doing today, here's the blockers if I have any, you know, things that are stopping me from progressing any forward. And I used to love that. I mean, a lot of people hate that, but I love it because it lets me say honestly, like, hey, here's something I'm stuck with. Can anybody offer any help? Or, you know, what's some suggestions does anybody have? And so having a direct line with someone like you who kind of understands and has that like critical, like creative thinking is really helpful for that reason. Oh, I should find out how these fit first, because then I could say, hey, here's this thing. And like last time when we talked about putting Emperor on the tank, like that turned out really cool. And it sort of jogged my mind in the right direction into, oh, you know, I'll use this new strat to try and figure out how I'm going to put it on there. And it helped push me into just doing something where before I would have been just blocked because I would have just looked at it and said, I don't know what to do. You know, maybe I just won't put anything here. And then it would have looked odd and I would have been just stuck with it for, I don't know how long. I've got quite a few projects that are like that. Like one thing I want to get back to at some point on stream here is my night. I started my night. I've got some progress on it, but not really enough progress to make anything really meaningful on it. So it'd be nice to make progress on that and actually get more than just the legs and the torso together. One of the things I want to do with it is the weapons, are magnetic. So I need to recast them or shave them. And I want to do like LEDs and stuff. I've got all the parts for it, and all the pieces I bought for it to align it. I just need to be held accountable for it. And so doing that on stream helps me. I'm someone who works well when I'm held accountable. When there's an expectation to complete. Okay, so I got my back, my front on here. I just need the back and the butt on. I just need B64 and B139. 64 or 46? No, 64. 64, okay. That's 46. I need 64 and 139. 64 is right here. I always loved this sculpt where it's like this little spot in the center. Because General Grimaldus of the Black Templar and his retinue, he's got a similar thing on the middle of his armor where his Aquili would be. I just thought that was really cool. I don't see any sprue lines here, so we're pretty good. So I'll glue that into place. The nice thing about gluing it like this is that when it comes down to later when I prime it, you won't see any of these seams anyway because the primer will just hide all of it. Just a little squish. I squish it real hard and then I let it back off, and I squish it again and let it back off, and it just builds that like line. I have a plan to get Grimaldus, Titus, and Huron in all those displays worthy minis. Nice. I want to do more diorama stuff. I really enjoyed Armies on Parade, and I think I'm ready to build more diorama-like miniatures. That's why I'm sort of waiting on the bases, because I want to do more cool stuff with the bases. At some point on the stream as well, we should think about how we approach the Dreadnought here, because I've got him started. He's primed, but I don't have any process on him. So that's we'll put some effort into to making that look appropriate, but that's not a to-date thing. Similarly with this miniature, I'll eventually put some diorama basing on it. I'm thinking I'll put some modern earth behind the tracks where the claws are, and put some sterling mud around it. I think that'll be cool. What are your plans for your Grimaldus, Titus, and Huron? B-139. Right here. This might be hard. Oh no, I got it. Kind of. More like a mini diorama showcasing all characters. Oh, okay, like a core diorama that has all of them on it. Gotcha. I thought you meant like a diorama for each. You could, in theory, do a diorama for each and connect them together, and that would be really cool. Or sorry, I said could. What I mean to say is, if you did a diorama for each and connected them together, that could also be, that might also be cool. With Titus, something related to Space Marine 2 maybe. I would love to see a Titus Space Marine 2 diorama. That is a really awesome idea. If you do something like that, please, and I beg of you, please post it into the progress pics. I would love to see that. I'm always interested in Space Marine stuff, especially Space Marine 2 stuff. You know, I think that sculpt line there is supposed to be there, but it also looks like a sprue line, so I can't tell. I'm gonna call it a sprue line for the most part. Just flatten these down. LinkedIn, what is LinkedIn saying? Mini Sudoku, okay. I got excited there for a second. First I have to somehow find the time to finish while I start. Yes, 100%. Yes. You're absolutely correct to say that. I got excited when you mentioned it, so I thought, well, if he's starting that now, I'm not going to stop him. But yeah, that Mortarian's looking really badass too. Also got Centos on the anniversary, and don't know what to do with them. Centos, I don't know if I've seen Centos. I'll take a look here at Centos, unless you got a link to the anniversary Centos. Okay, this needs what? Oh no, is this just fine the way it is? 139? Why would they tell me to put this on? What? That's not right at all. Oh no, that's right. Oh, I see. One sec here. It was right, I'm just dumb. One second, I'm going to take a look at that. Oh, that's sick. Oh, I love the cape. Oh, Captain Santos. $290. Hold on, actually, I think I might have one of these. One sec. I do not. I do not have Santos. I thought I had Santos. I was mistaken. I have other Space Marines though. I've got Marnius Calgar, if I can put the stream up again so I can compute it. Marnius Calgar. And I've got Farron Arios. I've got two of those since I went with my wife. And they only sold them one person. Ah, that's fair. It's a smart strat. I was told if I was going to buy these, two miniatures, my wife, the commissar told me, if you're going to buy them, you have to paint them like they are the box art. And I went, well, okay. Big brain strat, you're 100% correct. Giga brain, planet-sized brain. Calgar's pretty cool. I don't know anything about Calgar, unfortunately, but he's pretty cool. 65, 68, 69. I'm still in the process of reading through the Horus Heresy. I'm still on the first book, if I'm being honest. Not that I don't want to read it, I have a hard time reading through things. Even when it came to, I don't know if I like the sculpt is better than the Gravis armor. Yeah, the Gravis armor is pretty cool. Or Gravis armor, sorry. 68, sweet. All the pieces were in one spot. Awesome. The General in Gravis armor is really cool. Or the Captain in Gravis armor, sorry. I've got a Captain with shield that I painted in Black Templar colors. It's sitting on the shelf behind me. I just really like the color scheme for the Black Templar. And I really like, I suppose not really much of a color scheme, it's all black, but I really liked the idea that there were skulls and there were, I guess, monks. And they were like righteously against the Emperor, well, for the Emperor, sorry, but against Xenos and everything else. And then I kind of realized like all the factions are kind of like that. And then I started leaning into Chaos Space Marines because Chaos Space Marines are very like, we are similar to that, but we hate kind of everything. And I just went, ooh, I like that. So I just fell in love with that a lot. One sec here, I'm gonna move my Microphone out. Unmuted, I think. Oh no, it's still gonna be playing through under here. There we go.
Slavery is real. Doesn't mean the shackles gotta be revealed. Fighting with my pen, that's the closest thing to steal. And they what they wanna steal. There's value in the word, gotta figure out the real. We're juggling and wrestling thoughts in my mind. The influence was heavy, or the faults even mine. Label still persuading like
NoCookie.net. What an awesome site name.
It's funny, right? I'm still numb to the trauma. I couldn't tell if my joy was out of love or what would hold me.
Yo, that's sick.
Yeah, it's the closest thing.
Oh, he's got two. Oh my god, that's so sick.
Trying to get me closer to the Lord.
The two fists with the weapons on each. That's so sick, dude.
It's poetry and pain, blessing in the chain, pictures I could paint. Yeah, it's poetry and pain.
Clean up a sprue line here. I love that. I love both having guns on either side of each arm. That's so cool. He almost reminds me of like a centurion. I meant Keldar with Victrix card. Oh, okay, yes. My apologies. I just read that now. That's still cool as hell, though. Just scraping down the sprue lines here. Or the gate connector lines. Just because they look kind of weird. Oh, I just realized I don't have one of my lights on. There we go. Also aiming for Bliss's Call, but that mini will be Nightmare to Assemble and Paint. Bliss's Call, I'm not familiar with that guy either yet. Or Basilius Call, I guess. This is interesting. This looks like it's a press fitting. It looks like there's going to be some... Oh, okay. I'm going to have to carve this up a little bit more, I think. So I think that the sprue line here is really going to stop it from sitting correctly. One sec, I'll look at that link real quick here. Oh, that is mint. Dude. Even the book has like individual pages. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't even know where I would start on a model like that. Adeptus Mechanicus Archmagos, yeah. Oh, that's so sick. Okay, is that gonna fit better? Okay, that does fit a little better. Okay, that I can deal with that. I can throw some glue on all the sprue lines inside of here. This would be one of those times where if I was putting an LED in, I'd want to fish it right along here because I've got these micro LEDs. And this is good space inside of here, good cavity. As I've learned, something like this would be perfect to have like an SMD LED inside. But because we're just gluing it, and this is a model that I don't necessarily need that for, I'm going to just press the barrel pieces together. Again, do the squish and release, squish, release. Just because I want barrel to look consistent. Let's squish. Oh, missed a sprue line down here. There we go. That's nice and smooth. Grab my sandpaper just to give it a quick smooth. Oh yeah, it's perfect. And then I just need to glue the last little piece here. And again, just blow in the glue so it finds its way in all the little areas. And just follows the capillary. Just while it's still nice and wet. That's gonna be our weapon. Looks pretty good. Okay, now we need B67 and B66. $67.66. Oh, right down here. 2-second find. Hell yeah. I think if I do another big mini, because I'm running low on big minis, besides doing the Forge Fiend, which is a plan for the stream here, as well as the Dreadnought, I think if I'm going to do another big mini, I might do... I have in the back of my head here. I might do some orc stuff. Like, I was interested in the trucks and the wagons. And I thought they just looked really, really like they could be a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of the band Gwar, G-W-A-R. And so I'm going to do like an Order Sarungus. Let's have this one, and also have this one to paint. One sec here. Vex Machinator. Oh, that's so sick, dude. Dude. That's insane. I love the way that looks. Holy crap. Yeah, I gotta get one of those. Hands down. You got me beat, dude. That's awesome. The Vex Machinator. Just drill into the shoulder real quick. Oh, no, I'll wait till it's on the mini. So this knife slips. Everything that we were doing with the knife is given up. I learned as a programmer that your hands are the most important things. Pinned and waiting for paint. Oh, primed and waiting for paint. You've already got them primed. Dude. Nice. I love the big spider bots because they've got this like presence to them, you know? Again, just using the back of my knife here. I'm hoping to get a couple of these guys primed. If I can get 5 minis done today, that would be awesome. You know what I should do? Sorry. Let me frame that again. You know what I think I'd like to do is I'm going to go down to my local Warhammer store, and they've got this pledge to 1,000,000 minis. I don't think I'll get to 100 by May 9th, but I think I can get to, 30 or 40. And that's not bad either. Just landing in that high is pretty decent. Okay, so which arms do I have here? I've got 2. This one goes up here. Okay, I understand this now. Give that time. Let's clean a little sprue line off the edge of this blade. Now you're going to keep that Archmagos, or you're going to keep that the right, well not right, sorry. Are you going to make it the paint scheme that's in the picture there, or are you going to do your own paint scheme? Just realized I have a sprue line here. There we go. Actually, there's a little bit of a sprue line on the hand, on the connector bits, so I'm just going to clean that up real quick. And while I'm here, I'm just going to sand this part down. Yeah, it's a lot better. And I just need this to sit together with this guy. This won't necessarily sell incorrectly. Most of the time I paint it like the box art color scheme, but more Grim Lake. Nice. I'm really into like the gory kind of paints, so like even these guys, I'll probably use something similar where it's, grim dark, but similar to the box. But I'll also probably add some more elements just to make it look more like bruised and bloody and really edgy, I guess. And again, I apologize for blowing so much, but it's just to help the glue move into position. Okay, I'm gonna drill out these 2 areas here. This gets it glued together. Or in specific cold color schemes like Death Guard, Iron Warriors, or Black Legion, yes. The colder the armor, I hate to use this term, but the cooler it looks. When I was painting my Black Templar, armor is cold for them, but I want them to look the opposite. I wanted them to look like they were traversing through hell or a hellscape, so I wanted them to be like Hell Raiders or Hell Blasters. So I actually bought a box of Hell Blasters, which is sitting on the shelf now. And I painted the bases to be with more than earth, so they look really like they're traversing through like a volcano or through hell or fighting demons. And that just didn't turn out, but we may paint them on stream someday. I mean, we're gonna have to come back to them. Now the only thing is I need to know how this guy stands. So he stands just like this, I believe. So I want these to be in alignment this way. And that seems mostly correct. Just letting it dry. Just because this is looking really cool. Like, we've done a fantastic job on this today. And even if we only get 4 Marines done, that's still way more than we had when we started. Because we started with only 1 guy done. Or primed and ready, which is this guy. And now we're up 4, so we're doing a fantastic job. And we understand how this works now and how the pages go, and again, progress is progress. We're doing good. So I just need a helmet for this guy. And some shoulders. That's the other thing too, shoulders. Oh, there's a couple more things too. Oh, B70. We're gonna put that on too. Right here. Oh, it's in there really good. Oh man. And it has a sprue line. We will be finishing our stream in about 30 minutes here. Just because I have a hard stop at 4 o'clock today as well. 4 o'clock AST, Atlantic Standard Time. Not that that's different from any other day, but just to indicate that ahead of time. And we'll spend the last 15 minutes kind of summarizing and going over what it is we did today and what our plan is for tomorrow. As is kind of the norm with these streams. And that's just, again, that's my developer brain still talking, telling me to follow a process. One thing I used to love about IT work, especially as a developer, was processes. I loved processes. Once you developed a process and it worked, you followed it. And I developed a lot of processes at my job. Yep, sounds good. I'll be here. Yeah, one of the things I used to love was developing processes. That was, I mean, that's a skill in itself, but I loved it. Also, it's saying B78. Okay, that's a specific head. All right. I loved processes because, again, because you just start them, and it would just become the thing that was trusted. And you could develop it over time, you could do more to it, you could really, really build on them and create something magnificent, something that would help a lot of people. And I don't mean like the grand scheme, like, oh, it helps like people that are suffering. I mean like, it would help the company thrive. And I'm a strong believer in when the company thrives, I thrive. And I wish that were the case this time, but the reality is that I did fantastic things. I built projects in processes that didn't exist. You know, I built into our company things that could really help. Things that a lot of people ended up still using even after we parted ways. And so I'm someone who just enjoys that. Put his head on right. That building, that thinking, and that thought experiment of what is it that's needed. And then making it happen. And I miss it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss it. I miss it. But, you know, this is the way things go. You know, I can't expect everyone to just always be on top of the company. I have to work with it. Okay, we have a 3A and a 3B we have to do. I like this guy, B115. Just gonna write that down. 115, cross that off. And then I think B103, no, 160, no, 71. I'm gonna knock off 71, and then 71. And that's my process right now. That's how I keep track of what it is I'm doing. 115 and 71. 71 is right here. And 115 is up here. Just like that. Now I get to take my scalpel here. Oh, sorry, not scalpel, my hobby knife. Drill my hole. Again, we're just creating glue pegs. That's all we're really doing. Just creating enough room that when the glue finds its way in, it'll create this pseudo peg just to hold it all together. Just make sure I'm not pushing all the way through. That's all I really care about. There we go. Now we go to the arms and we do the same thing, just for the shoulders. Just because I want the glue to create that peg, that peg structure. So when it lands in there, it'll help create a more stable area for the glue to settle into. I'm just gonna make sure, oh my gosh, this is spinning on its axis, it's not settling in. Interesting. We'll go slow, so I don't stab myself by mistake. We'll just go as slow as we need to. Just like that. There we go. Now we're starting to make progress on it. And this looks pretty good here. And get a little pile hole for our glue. And we'll do the same thing on this side. If I can get the knife to stop dancing around on me here. Maybe I'll start with a little wiggle. Just create my pile hole first, and then there we go. Now I can carve up a much better hole. Oh yeah. That's a lot better. There we go. Perfect. Now we've got 2 pile holes. Perfect. So when I apply my glue to the left side, I apply it all over, also around the hole. On my left shoulder pad, which is not that one, that's the right one. Left one's right here. I've got my pilot hole. Doesn't really matter where the pilot holes are, because all I'm doing is just creating glue pegs. Apply some glue around there. Put a little glue in there as well. That way, when the glue goes on, it kind of mush together. Oh no, I've got a little bit of flashing just right there. Just from the gate. So just slice it off while I get a chance. Just right there, yeah. Post some Legionaries on DC, Black Legion scheme. Ooh. Give me a second here, I'll take a peek. Just while we're waiting for this guy to dry. Inspiration. Dude. Those dudes are sick. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm loving this color scheme, dude. Especially like the basing on it too. Dude, look at this. The gold skulls are a really nice touch. That is so sick. Look, like the coloring on the book is nice too. I like the gold trim that you've got on this, like on the book. That is so sick. Also the skin. I like how like darkened the skin is. Also the spike in the head being bone. Nice. Very nice. That is sick. Yeah, I'm definitely drawing some inspiration from this. Sorry. I like the way they look. They look so cool. Oh, the shoulders are so sweet. Very clean paint, by the way. Thanks for posting that. I might have to do that. Gold is fixed by myself. Very nice. See, I'm very lazy with the gold. I use Retributor armor, and I just throw some Agrix Earthshade on it to make it look old. But I also have like greedy gold from like Army Painter, which I really should use that more, to be honest. So here's the last guy that we did today. Again, I'll post progress pics at the end of the stream and put them in the Discord. And I'm still working on those 360 videos that will go up there as well. Faces break off flesh with Mego's purple contrast. That's what it is. Okay. Okay, that's a good tip. Thank you. I'm gonna write that down. Because I was always wondering, like, how do I make like skin that looks like damaged or something like someone who I don't know if you've ever seen it, but like when someone who's like gone purple in the face because they can't breathe or they get like lech or something. That is really like, that's what I've been trying to aim for. Write that down real quick here. Helmet here somewhere. Helmet. I'm gonna put that on. Where's it here? These guys. Okay. So it's sickly warp touched indefinitely. So it's Raykarth, Flesh, and Megos. Sweet. Okay. Because I want them for these guys, because if you look, like, they just look so sick that, like, I would love to see that skin tone look like that. So thank you. I'm gonna keep that in there. We're gonna come back to that when we paint. All right. So we got 20 minutes to the end of the stream here. Let's talk about what happened today and what we're doing tomorrow. Got some water. So today, okay, that's fine. Today we got through not one, not two, not three, but 4 Chaos Space Marines. Now 2 of these are potentially, sorry, 2 of these are aspiring champions. That would be these 2 guys here. They look really cool. And we have 2 more Chaos Space Marines here. And what I'll do, gold is 3 drops Vallejo metal color gold. Excuse me, 2 drops Vallejo metal color copper. I'm gonna copy that and I'm gonna put it in the Discord because I'll need to come back to that at some point. Oh, we got 1 dimension. Nice. Oh, it's announcements. I'm gonna copy that mix. If that's okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do print screen. Copy. Just like that. And then I'll do this and go to inspiration. Actually, I'm gonna put it, yeah, put it in inspiration. Create, upload a file. And then I'll do a screenshot, which is that guy. And then post. Perfect, thank you. Right, so today we got through 4 Chaos Space Marines. 2 of them are Aspiring Legions in the video. It's a top comment. Sweet. Let's see here. We got some really cool armor on these guys. And I still need to put this into the work in progress, which I will, after immediately following the stream. I meant to put this in there today, or yesterday as well, but I primed him before I got there. And I took a 360 video of him in gray. I think the next time we see him doing a 360 video, I'm going to do the fully colored, then we'll do the 360 and do like a reveal wipe where we go from gray to this guy. And let people know that they can come watch on the stream, because these look really sick. So I'm excited to get through these guys as well. And again, I'm going to use some of that color scheme that you posted, because I really like the way they look. I'm going to be very inspired, to say the least. But yeah, 4 is not bad for 4 hours of work. That's an hour a Marine. That's good. That's really good. Before it would have taken me a whole day to get through 1. So an hour a Marine is fantastic. Like that's awesome. And we have a process for how to work through these now. I mean, look at this. We put down what ones we want. We come back to the reference page and we just mark them off, so now we know what we're doing. Like, that's awesome. We've got a process here. We've got a way of dealing with our problems. And I think that's awesome. I love a process. I love when a plan comes together. I'm a big fan of this stuff. I'm probably going to do a 360 video of these guys once they're assembled. But not a 360 video of them today. I'll do instead some photos of them for our work in progress channel. Hell yeah. So I'm excited for tomorrow's stream, because we're going to work through probably another 4, I would imagine. I mean, we only have so many of these to get through, which is nice. But we are making good progress. I'm just going to clean up a little bit here in the last couple minutes. Just put some of my tools away so I don't lose them. And so I know where they are. Yes. So I look forward to tomorrow's stream quite a bit. And I'm super hyped that we are on the right track here. This is going to be a good week. Next week, I'll give you a heads up. Next Wednesday, I do have a game that I have to be part of. So that's going to be my last round in the Age of Sigmar Legion. Or sorry, Age of Sigmar League. So I'm going to get that game in. So we will be missing next Wednesday's stream, unfortunately. But we'll find another day to catch up. We'll catch up on that Thursday, actually. But tomorrow's Thursday, so we're going to do tomorrow's stream, like I said. And we're going to work through the rest here. If we get through building all these guys. I might take some time to start painting this guy. And we'll work through that guy together so we can see what the paint looks like on it. I'm very excited, and I hope that I see you again soon, because we're making some awesome moves here. I'm thinking that what I might start doing for the bottoms of these is I'll start putting the names of people in chat who helped me along with this. So Simple Dots, you're going to get your name on the bottom of this guy. He's the general, so he's going to be named Simple Dots in the bottom. And then we'll figure out what to do for the base. I mean, we're going to get creative with how we're going to base this way. So, yeah. Alright, that said, I'm going to take a minute here and call the stream kind of early because we're getting to the end. It's an honor. Trust me, the privilege is all mine. The privilege is all mine. And the honor is mine too. I appreciate it, man. I gotta clean this desk. I'll do that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna take some time off to go do that. So remember, I stream 12 to 4 AST, whatever that converts to in your time. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And if you get time, praise the Emperor. See you soon, dude. Thanks for joining.